So when it came down to picking songs for this album, it kind of came down to what songs did I really love that never made the original album. And there was a few, like My First Love, that I was like, I'm really gutted it didn't make it, but there was a song that's too similar to it on Fierce and Fabulous that I was like, it's not going to work, it's going to be too much of the same thing. And it actually in the end ended up being too much of the same thing on this album that I was like, what am I going to do? And I changed all that about, and I worked in things and wrote new songs and things like that I'll tell you a bit more soon. And it kind of became a different project altogether. Before, when I was making songs, I would just make the demos and then I would get help from a producer who would make the final track for me, and that would become the release. But obviously this time round, that was one of the main hurdles that happened with the main album. So for me, this was a new adventure and something that I was going to have to go on that I wasn't really sure of. And for me, it was taking me on a journey to doing things and stepping out of my comfort zone to try things that I was like, this may work, it may not work. And sometimes, trust me, making some of these tracks, I was like, nope, doesn't work. You can spend hours picking the one main instrument, but in the end I'm like, I have a product and a record that I'm super proud of. But for me, it was something that I didn't realise I had the tools and the capability to be able to make this record. And then in the end, I made the record. And it was something that now, looking back at the person who thought they couldn't do something, it's like, you can. And that's one thing, a lot of people say to themselves sometimes, I can't do this, can't do that. Sometimes you just have to look and see what you have, because sometimes the answers can be right in front of you, you just don't see it. I never realised I had all these resources right in front of me on my laptop. And yes, I played Losing Myself. I didn't make the track, I played it, which is different from how I did the rest of these tracks on the album. But it's an experience that I'm so proud I went on, because each track was made from like creating like the drum track to it, and then thinking, what instruments do I want on it? Do I want too much? Do I want it to be like how many layers? And then thinking of like the harmonies and the ad-libs and things, and putting it all together to make these tracks, and then master it, making sure that everything was leveled out to the best it could be. And I really think that I have turned out this amazing album that I am so super proud of, and I really do hope that you all enjoy it. But it kind of is like each song came at different times and at different places, and sometimes it was changing how some things were sung, or changing how long things were, or changing words and things to fit. But in the end, it all worked out. If you really want to do something, you're going to do it, and you're going to take that step and go on that journey. And I'm so glad I have been on this journey with you all, and seeing you all love the music and enjoy the music. And once the songs are out, like putting out Festive Cheer and putting out Losing Myself, going to shows and performing them and seeing you singing little bits and bobs back is like the most amazing and like heartwarming thing in the world. Like, I went to Manchester and did a show in Manchester and sung my song Scream, and it was one of those things, seeing people in the audience that loved that song and knew it. Yes, it was the people that booked me, but also seeing other people that were there that just knew bits and bobs of it. I was like, that is so weird and crazy that these people know the words to a song that little old me's written, and it's just such a weird feeling. But it is such an amazing feeling too, to see how this record impacts on other people. Giving you an album that is just digitally out there, and digital music videos and digital performances of it, it's a completely different experience, but it's something that I'm working with and going with. And obviously in the future, when bars and clubs and all that open, I will sing these songs live for you all, and it's kind of amazing to now be able to be like, you will have the opportunity to get to know them and get to see them, and it will be also a chance for me to get to see what ones do you actually want to hear live, and what ones do you hope that just stay online. Hopefully none of them, but like, you never know. Let's just hope it's none of them. You probably that when you go, she's singing that one song that I don't want her to sing, but she's about to sing it. Yes! I'm kidding. Do you know what? At the end of the day, like, some people are going to love this record and some people are going to hate this record, and some people are going to be like, what is this? Is this music? Thank you so much for watching this episode of A Look in the Box. I'm so happy to see you all loving and enjoying the album, and I'm so happy that I get to share this little behind the scenes look at it with you all. So comment below what your favourite tracks are, what you would like to find out about the album, and what else you would like to see on this channel. Thank you so much for all your support, and I will see you all in the next